Hello students, welcome to the second period of element of weather and climate, and in this period we'll be trying to see elements of weather and climate, and in it we'll be focusing on pressure, and by the end of it we have a glimpse of pressure belt. So we know that the elements of weather and climate are the components that we describe in weather or climate, and these components are temperature, precipitation, pressure, wind, humidity, condensation, and so on. So these are the components that describe our weather or climate, and all these elements, components, are interconnected with each other, and change in one is likely to have impact on other also. We'll be studying that in a while. So to start today's period, let's have a small activity which you can do at your home. Take a glass of water, fill it in the jar or glass, place a piece of a card over the top and turn over like this. What do you see? Water stays put. It's a magic, right? No, it's a science. So the card remains in a place because the pressure of air molecules pushing up the card is greater than the weight of water pushing down. So water falls because gravity acts on the water. So weight of water pushes it down, but here in this case, this card is under the pressure of air, which is nullifying the weight. So atmospheric pressure is counterbalancing the weight of water present in the glass. So it gives you that the air does have pressure. Now look at this picture. This is a mountaineer trying to climb a mountain. Is he carrying oxygen cylinder with him? Why is necessary to carry oxygen cylinder when you climb up to the mountain? Here's a hint for you. So it has something to do with the air pressure. Now air pressure is caused by air particles passing down. So as you go higher, there are less particles, and so there is less pressure as we go up in the environment. So atmospheric pressure decreases with increasing in the height or altitude. The portion of a dust in air, water vapor, is higher closer to the surface of Earth, and this proportion decreases when we move up to the high mountains. Therefore, as one moves higher from the surface of Earth, the air becomes thinner. So the oxygen that we breathe also decreases high on the mountains, and that's why we need to have oxygen cylinder when we climb up to the mountains. Now the thing is, if we have less oxygen at higher altitude, then why don't we feel uncomfortable while traveling through a aeroplane? The reason is, airplane creates artificial pressure cabin so that the travelers remain comfortable while flying. Otherwise, people will not fly in the aeroplane. So, aeroplane need to create artificial pressure in the cabin so that traveler remains comfortable. Okay. First factor which influence the temperature apart from height, which influence the pressure apart from height, is the temperature. Now, when we heat something, when we increase the temperature of something, the molecules present in it gains energy, and the molecules will move away from each other, which will reduce the pressure. So atmospheric pressure will decrease with increase in temperature. So because temperature rises, the molecule If air gets the energy, so the molecules move away from each other, they expand, which in turn exerts less pressure, right? What happens when we cool the object? What happens when the temperature is decreased? The spaces between the molecules will decrease and it will exert more pressure in the given region. So, other factor that influences the pressure is water vapor. Now, air containing water vapor is less dense than dry air. Thus, the moist air exerts less pressure than the dry air. Now, pressure is the weight of air. Weight of air is called as the pressure. So, we'll define the atmospheric pressure as pressure exerted on the surface of Earth by weight of air column. Anyways, we define the pressure like force per unit area. In this case, the force is of weight of air. So, the weight of air column in unit area is our surface air pressure. Thus, the air exerts pressure on us. Then why don't we feel this pressure? Because even though the air is exerting pressure on us, our body also applies counter pressure. That's why we don't feel the pressure of air, because our body also applies the counter pressure. Due to uneven heating of atmosphere in the different regions of Earth, atmospheric pressures on the surface of Earth is not same everywhere. We know that the atmospheric pressure should increase from equator to pole because equators are the hottest region on Earth and poles are the coldest. But this is not so. We had a trend in them. At some places it is modified by Earth's rotation also. Temperature and rotation of Earth together contribute to the formation of world pressure belt that we'll see in the next period. So, as of now, this period was all about the elements of Earth, pressure. We do had a glimpse of pressure belt, which we'll be discussing in the next video. So, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section and subscribe this channel for latest updates. Thank you.